Good morning, happy Tuesday. Hello, hello. I managed to get a pretty decent night's sleep last night, so I'm actually energized this morning. It's nice. We'll see how long that lasts though. I also need to do things like go out grocery shopping and other things during work today, so lots of fun stuff. But I am happy to be here to work on figuring out more Yew stuff. So before we get to the input forms, which I did promise to that we are going to get to, or at least start working on today, Uncle Scientist, hello, good morning. We're going to refactor this a little bit to be a little bit drier because it kind of makes sense. These things are the same. That's what I have up here. Come on, cancel. This is the only line that's really different, and I think what I want to do is have some kind of if statement in here. Which I would imagine it would be something like this. Like we can do if let's see. Do I normally stream around 9 a.m. Eastern? Okay, so yes. When I manage to wake up and feel decent, then I stream, and I think that's 9 a.m. Eastern. I usually start around 7 a.m. Mountain Time, so I think that's 2 hours off from you. Yeah, and if you yeah, absolutely, that'd be great. What do you stream normally? Go check out. Okay, that's muted. Oh, you were working on NVIM? No, wait, you were using NVIM to work on interpreters. And evaluating expressions. That seems interesting. Hi. We have Zilby's hanging out at the edge. I brought you things today, Zilby. Do you want this? He was jumping off the walls upstairs. So we'll see. Oh, you're porting crafting interpreters to Rust. Oh, interesting. So I don't know if I know what those are. Or if I've used them, I don't think I've known them as crafting interpreters. Libby, do you want this? Little mousy. Have a... No. Let's see. Where was I? All right. Sort of guessing what an if statement would be like here. That thing looked a little bit too real. Yeah, over time, like supposedly they have rabbit fur on them. That's what the store person told us. And they have like a little bit of paper mache wrapped up in a center to sort of like give it a little bit of firmness, so it's safe for him to eat. There's a little bit of a leather tail. It's actually a really cool thing. Uh-oh. Uncle Scientist, what happened? Nightbot got you. Hold on, let me see what that link was. Oh, craftinginterpreters.com. Let's see. Oh, so it's something for making your own language. Oh, it's from Robert Nystrom. Wait a second. We read through Robert Nystrom's book on stream. We went through his game programming patterns book, and I liked it a lot. I thought it was a really good book. So this is probably really good too. That's awesome. Yeah, sorry about that. I turned off links. We got too many spammers in the past, so I just usually turn those off. Maybe someday I'll be able to turn them back on. First half is Java, and the second half is in C. So you thought you'd do Rust? Nice. Yeah, the game programming patterns one is all in C++, and so we did ours, and I converted over to JavaScript and Rust, so that would be easy to like understand the differences and understand how that is. Sylvie, do you want this one? Yeah, and it looks like both of them are free online if you want to just check it out, or you can also purchase a physical copy. For the game programming patterns one, I actually purchased one for my Kindle. So, let's see. Where are we? We're back to here. We're gonna take a look to see if we can keep the links exactly the same, and use this if statement here. So if, and I want to do this if let sum internal, so maybe I want to do that up here. And grab, okay, so we just want to internal. In a way, if to internal is not there, then to needs to be there. And if it's not there, we need to crash, which is this panic here. I wonder if it'd be best if I did, instead of an if check here, we call a function. So this is like create link. Something like that. And then down here we can do crashing a front end client. Maybe. Let's see. Okay. So then I want this to internal and this too. Both of these are options if I remember correctly. To internal and to, okay. And we need a label, so we might as well just take into props. And we're gonna return HTML. Yes. And then I'll just panic inside of here because I think that just makes the most sense in the case that this is happening. So I can now take you, move you down here. Okay, create link, pass into props. Okay, you give us back the HTML, and now in here, I just want the link. Let's see, these are, link wrapper props. How can you not find that in scope? That's literally the same scope as this one. Okay. Okay, other classes. Oh, we have to pass in. Okay, so then these are gonna be other classes. It's gonna be a string. I want to say that's a string. What are you? You're a vector. No, no, no. You're a vector. So you're a vec of strings of stirs. Explicit lifetime required, huh? Right, because I'm pushing in, oh, because it's a static stir. So I think I can just do, right. Static stir. Okay. I think this works. Then, okay, so you're going to get the props and you're going to get the other classes. This comes out of it. So now it's only returning the one thing that's different. And these things are now just basically much simpler. Oh, out of memory error. We get that every once in a while. We have to just refresh to a different page when we're doing development stuff. Okay, so this seems to work just fine. No errors in our console. And everything is styled correctly. So I want to say that that is finish the link. So finish the refactoring of that. Okay. So then this is sort of like comes up from the question from yesterday, which was, how do we do input form fields? How do we get that data and how do we like deal with it? Kind of important, and we need to deal with it ourselves anyways, so I just moved it up here to today. So let's dive into that. So to begin with, let's create ourselves a new component. So this is going to be an atomic component. I think we'll just call this input wrapper. Don't think I need the Yew router prelude here, but I think I need the stylist. Was there a prelude? With a callback, you want it close to the top as possible, or else you have to deal with the raw WebAssembly, which is a little uglier. Oh wait, really? So I have the struct, I have the link wrapper, and then I have the function it's calling in here. Oh, wait, we were talking about this. We're talking about this. Yes. Yes. Okay, I don't... Oh, there it is. Okay, stylist, CSS. Well, it'll figure it out. Okay, so we're gonna have a pub function, input wrapper. Do I want this to be input wrapper or a text input wrapper? I don't know. Maybe a text input wrapper. We'll probably need properties for this, for things like label and all that stuff. So is like a radio button going to be separate? Because those are technically input still. And I want to say yes, they would be a separate component. So I'm going to rename this really quickly to a text input wrapper. Let's see, pub structs, text input wrapper props. I don't know what to put in here yet. We need to derive properties, and what else? Oh, partial equal. Then this thing is the styled component. And text input wrapper. Okay, and for return, let's just start with, I think we're going to just start with a div here. And then we'd have probably something like a label in it. A label for, I'll deal with that in a little bit. So, we'll do it anyways. For input, I think that works. The callback doesn't remember which element calls the function, so if you pass the callback, you need to pass the element with it. It's good. That'll be good to know. I may forget that too, so you might have to remind me when we get to it. Okay, so I have this displaying here, which means I can go back to the main library. Nope, not main library. I can go back to home. We've been just sort of like throwing these in here. So not this input anymore. Now we're going to have input text input wrapper. That didn't pull in, did it? Let's see. Okay. Components atom, link wrapper. So you're all in here. And then I also want to do oh, come on. I accidentally remapped my escape. I usually do it to caps lock, and I keep on hitting caps lock by accident. I think Zilby... Oh. That's what it was. Zilby changed the layout of my keyboard to layout 2, and I'm usually on layout 1, which caps lock and escape are switched. So that's the thing. I never pulled in styled component in the wrapper. That one or the other wrapper? Let's see. What is this? This is Adam. This is going to be text input wrapper. Text input wrapper. Okay, so here's our text input with our lovely label here. Maybe next Zilby will remap it to Dvorak. Oh, probably. Also, he's not here right now, so I'll turn that off. Okay, so we have the input. I now want to, when I type in it, I don't know exactly what I want. We can console log out what it's saying. That might be the best first step. The other thing would be trying to like get a display out here somewhere. Or like event it. Because I know there is an event system in Yew, and I think we want to use that for this. So, let's see. In our text input wrapper, here's our input. Okay, so here's where we want to go back to the documentation. Don't have it open. I guess you'd be in HTML. We can still add a callback for an event that's not listed in the table below. That could be interesting too. Okay, so I want to say that it's on input. I think that's usually what we listen for. So we just have that equals and then a callback. Okay, so here's this input. Input, and it's all lowercase, right? This equals, and then okay, this callback from, then we get this event, which is a type I think it's a type input event. Oh no, that's a WebSys event type. So it's all the Yew event. and then I want to do something with this. So for example, what can I do? Now if I do any kind of like debug just in here. So I'm gonna cut that out for a second. And why are you upset? Because you shouldn't have that. Do you show up in my terminal? No, you don't. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. So if I want to actually have anything printed out in any kind of way that I can see it, we're going to need to use glue to get a console log going. So that's going to be our first step, getting glue with console log. I mean, this is all about external libraries, but it's just, okay, it's just a list of external libraries. Not necessarily very helpful. Okay, so they're using Wasm bindgen for everything else though. Wait, can I actually do a console log with glue? Okay, they re-export glue console as console. Okay, so yes, I can use glue. Here's 060. Yes. Then it sounds I want to, okay, this is re-exported, so we can grab this out. Okay, so we're going to use glue console log. I don't have any JavaScript in here, so it might have to be inside of this event. So let's pull this back in here. So we're going to do on input. what was it? It was okay, callback from. And then I want to use this log. So something like that. Got an input. Now you don't know what that log is, and that's fine. Import log from. Interesting. So there's glue console log. But from what I understand, we have to pull it in from. Let's use glue console. Is that what we saw in here? Yeah, glue console. And then we get log. But that's not happy. But you claim to have a log here. Oh, they rename it and export. Okay. So is that stated in here somewhere? Oh, right here. I saw this part and then I stopped looking. I didn't look at that. Oh, fun. Okay, cool. Okay, so callback from, we got this. What are you yelling at me about? Expected a input event. Oh, so hold on. Let me just do that. Okay. So no errors. Okay, so we got the console log going. Excellent. Now, can I tell you to log this event? No errors still. So in this input, I have target and then value. Okay. So where's value? Right here. So I think what I can do is say, okay, that target equals event dot target value equals target dot value. Now we need to tell you exactly what you are, right? You're an input event. No field, name that. Okay, what do you have? Are you a function? Okay, so let's go to documentation. So here's our event. I need the actual real documentation. Okay, so we have events. Oh, it's an re-exported. That's what it is. Okay, so it's a re-exported WebSys input event. That's the reason why I can't find it in their documentation. So in this input event, we have a target, I believe. Okay, so pub function target, that gives us an option with an event target. Got it. And then the event target with a bunch of private fields. Cool. These are very long method names. Is there no value? Okay, there's a value of method. Okay. Also good question. Current target. That also gives us an event target. So it looks like there's not a huge difference between target and current target. It's going to give us an event target either way. But value of, okay, so first of all, this is an option. So we have an option in here. So we can unwrap you to get rid of the option, and then I think this is value of. And then in here we can say, okay, give us the value. Okay, that's giving us the full this thing. I see the value inside of there, but value of still giving us back an object. Cool. Oh, do I want to string instead? Oh, basically this is just an object. How do I get that? Because I want the actual just value. So probably value of is not right. I could do value of, wait, is this still in the derif object? I can do value of the above it. So this is this entire object. So it's the DOM element. So I got the DOM element out of it. That's great. But I want to get the value out of that. So maybe not you. Okay, can I do dot value of here? Let's see what target is. Oh, it's exactly the same thing. It's the DOM element for this. So I still need to get the value of this. And I don't think I can do something like toString. No, it just did the object silly thing. Okay, so how do I get so I have this input event. We get input event. We get the event target. Event target has these private fields. This is all in like the C bindings. You need to scroll down to the event target section in the docs. Okay, I thought. Oh man, this is so large. So there's those methods. Methods from dref. Methods from dref. Oh, in the Yew documentation. Typed. Oh, interesting. I don't see that. Oh, right, because it's in 18. Hold on, let me grab that. And then we'll go back to 19 again. Ah. Okay, we'll go to 19. Ah. Wait, does this not exist? Oh, look at this. Okay, so we're in events. We're in events, and if I come here, oh, everything changed. Everything changed. That, I think it's the search. I think it's the search because look at this. None of that is the same anymore. So like everything that you found doesn't exist. Now, do they have anything to show the... Okay, so they have this. Dot value. So let input, target, and then... This is JS cast. Everything you found doesn't exist. It sounds like the Matrix. Yeah, it does kind of, doesn't it? So I wonder, can I come back to here and just do a search for value? I just want... Interesting. So I'm not seeing anything with the word value in it for input events. Unless set value, is there like a get value? from JS value. Okay, so, yep. Is there like a input? Okay, there's this HTML input element value. Okay. Getter for the value field of this object. So maybe I have to convert into an HTML input element first. And then I can do a dot value. Which, if I do this value of, can I then do a dot value like that? No method named that. You are a function, so you're technically not an HTML input element. That's our problem. How do I convert it's WebSys? It's WebSys Rust convert like convert one element into another? I guess we could try an as. Value of, I don't know if this is going to work. HTML input element. Which you can't find, or it's already in. Yeah, cannot find it. Oh, do I need... This API requires the following: create features to be activated. HTML input element. Okay. Okay. Then do I put that feature in Yew? Because Yew is pulling that in for me? I don't know if I can do that. Oh, it is very unhappy with this. So no. Looks like I need to pull this in myself. So what is this? This is WebSys. And what are you? 03. Okay, you're okay with this now, so back to you. I need to make sure I'm doing input element. do I need to tell you that you're a web sys input element? So maybe I want to stop using the prelude, or maybe I want to do like use web sys. Hold on, let me. Gonna just, instead of using the prelude, bring everything in manually. So I can make sure to pull in the sort of like the things I'm expecting. So input event, I now want to pull in from WebSys. Input event. Okay, so now we get event.target.unwrap. Maybe I can just, okay, let's take a look at what target is right now. Okay, so it is this element. Can we try key down first? Remember we did this in Yew before and it wasn't this hard. I think we were using 18 though, maybe, possibly, perhaps. I don't know. We can try key down, definitely. I think that gives us the key, right? Yeah, we could try key down. On key down. So we have an unknown event, and I want to log the event. Okay, so I get the key down event, which gives us the key. So can I do event dot key? Okay, so that does work. Like we're able to get the actual keys, but of course I can't get the full thing, so I have to guess at what's in here, which kind of sucks. But we can potentially use this to then say, okay, I'm also really curious if I copy you. Oh, look at that. Control Alt C. Interesting. So I pasted hello into here and I get all of this. Okay, luckily it's not mapping out my keyboard strokes outside of this this one. Otherwise I've just created a keylogger by accident. Let's see. So that's a keyboard event. That gives us the key, but that kind of still sucks because we have to use some kind of state then to track it. And I don't like doing that because we can get out of sync with the input really easily. Because we have to be able to do things like handle command, like Control A, and then also I have no idea what's in there if we paste something in, which sucks. So I think we have to use this input event. Now this gives us the target, which is the actual input itself. And you don't know what you are. So, okay. Can I do value here now? Wait, why do you expect a keyboard event? Oh, on key down. Yes, I want this now be on input. Wonder if I don't do this. What if I just do like event dot? No, doesn't like that. What does data dot get data give us on input? Sure, let's try it. It's an option. Okay. Oh, interesting. So that's the raw data. I wish you told me what you're going for. Okay, so if I just log out the full event. Oh. Okay, so it is this input event. Now in JavaScript, we could just go input dot target and then get the value. Okay, so we could try it event. No, expected an input event. Found an event. So it has to be an input event. Okay, so if I do this, I believe you're an option. But I can't tell that because the log takes away from that. But if I were to do this, I think you're an option. You're an option something. What exactly are you? Okay, you're an event target. Okay, so we have this here as an option event target. So I could unwrap this. And now you become just an event target. Also, when did MDN change the docs? I don't think I've looked at the MDN docs in a little while. MDN input. Oh, interesting. It looks like they're trying to make them cleaner. Yeah. Okay, you Site list. So not an inverted list. Wait, can I add you? Oh, add list. Okay, it's a lot better when I don't turn. Oh, that's. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's okay. Yeah, all right. Well, okay. Hold on. Let's remove you. You don't get to be inverted. You're on in light mode. Yeah, that still looks terrible. All right. Well, whatever. Okay, so we have this target, which is an event target. Now, what can I do to that? Knowing that you're an event target, nothing according to Rust Analyzer. You're just like confused because we're macros and macros and macros. Okay. Okay, so event target. So I want to so we can try this. Wait a second. A lot of add event listeners. I don't need to do that. We could try a toString, but it's the object. That's going to be bad. But we could try this value of again. See if that works. We don't want input. It's not going to give us what we want. Wait, really? That seems odd. So it continues to get that. The only method it has is data, and it only returns one letter at a time. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, is it on change? Wait, where's all the list of events? Okay, that's cool. Let's look at you. There's on change. That gives us just an event. Let's try on change. Okay, so you're gonna be just an event now. So I think you're still an event target, but I don't remember anymore. So now, okay, let's do this. We'll build you up inside of here. Let's start with login event. Cool. Okay, nothing. Oh, it's when I leave, isn't it? Hold on. I type a bunch of stuff, I leave, and then it changes. Okay, so that's not what I want. Oh. So maybe I do want on input data and then get one letter at a time and then track it that way. I don't want to do that. Then we would need internal state to store all the stuff. Is there any other event that sends me everything all at once? There's on form data. We don't have a form, so that's probably why it doesn't give me anything. Okay, I think we're going to have to switch this over to a full state managed component, and then it'll have to be aware of its own state and then capture that information. That's the only thing I can think of right now. So it'll probably have to be on input. You'll be an input event. And then we'll have to do this event dot, what is it? Dot data, which gives us the one letter at a time. Okay, so it gives us that. Then I need to convert this. I now need to be state full. So it's no longer going to be a compiled component like this. Now I need to go remember how to create a state full component. Okay, so it's a struct my component, and then we impl component from my component. Okay, so we'll have, this doesn't exist anymore. So hub struct text input wrapper. because you have state in there, then we'll impl component or text input wrapper. Okay, now in this view, you all happen in here. Now you're gone. Creates. I don't think we need to do anything right now, so we'll just do a oh, creators are creator. So I don't necessarily, so we'll just return a self. Wait, whoa. What am I doing? We'll return a self like this. I think we need to do type message. We don't have any messages right now. And properties is going to be equal to that. Okay, so everything should still be fine. You're still here. Okay. Now, the difference is we have access to a self. Can I make that mutable? No, I can't. I have to send a message, don't I? To store this. Now it's either that or I have to have like a central state system. Okay, let's go take a look at state. This might be next stream is like getting into state management. Where do you put state? Well, that's an interesting thing. So they have state and documentation. But not here. But not in like the current version. That's interesting. Okay, so they set the state self to 0. Okay. This is match and then message. Okay, so this is ooh, okay. This might be good. Oh, it's in predefined hooks. That's where it is. Okay. Thank you, stacking. It returns a use state handle object with derefs to the current value and provides a set method to update the value. Okay. So function component. We have then, okay. No, it's okay. I've sort of given up on the event target of what exactly we want to do with it. So I'm okay. Let's see. Counter equals use state with that thing. Okay, so basically it's a function that returns 0 to initialize it. On click. So basically we have some just like variables that we're dealing with here. Interesting. Okay, so they put that logic up here and then they just call it down here. That makes sense. And they clone it. Okay, so use state allows them to clone that. Okay, so basically I need to undo, switching over to this. Should be pretty simple. Let's go back to a function component. Okay, I think we're back now. You're fine. Okay, so then we want to do, so there's nothing interesting here so far. We're not bringing in any kind of like use state. This is use state there, but I don't know if, because that looks like it's the name of the component, which is a little bit odd. So we're gonna do, okay, let counter equals use state. So I want to do, and I need this to be mutable, don't I? So this is inside of here. Want to do something like let's first try their example, right? So like let's do current letter, or we can do like word, or we can do counter. Counter equals, okay, I want to use state. And the init function will set you to be 0. So every time we do this, I want to increase this counter by 1. Okay, so then we're going to do our event next. So this is going to be let on input equals, and I want this to be this guy now. And inside of there, we clone the counter. And we shadow it. Then we do callback from, move counter set to counter +1. That's why we don't need to be mutable. So here, oh, okay. So on input equals, we just do this in a very generic block. That this happens up here. Do I need to tell you? Yeah, you're a move. So we move this counter inside of here. We then say counter dot set. Yeah, counter dot set. And then we can do dereference the counter +1. And then I want to just log out. Sure, log out event.data and also log the counter. And then we're going to use on input equals on input. Also log a dereferenced counter. Oh, I need to return you as the callback. Okay. Huh. You don't need to be cloned. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I see that number going up. So if we change the counter from just a counter to like the word, like the data. So we're going to start with data. Then apparently I don't need to clone this. I don't know if I trust that yet. Okay, so we're going to get this data. Then inside of here, I want to initialize you not as this, but probably as a string or a vector. A vector might make the most sense. So if I just do like a vec, I wonder if it's going to figure this out. Okay, so then set. Oh, that's overwriting it. Okay. Never mind. We'll just do string new. Okay. Okay, so dereference the data that gives me a string. So I want to probably use a format. So I'll take in whatever you are. Basically, those two things together. So I want a dereference of data, and I want the event.data. Not move out of dereference. Okay, so I don't want to move out of dereference. Can I like as ref or something like that? As stir, how about that? And then I don't think I need to deref, right? That'll auto deref? Yeah. So now if I do I'm one off. I get this O there. Ooh, are you asynchronous? It's like I'm just ever so slightly off. I've got the O here and I see the O come out here, but it's not been added on yet. But I'm logging it right here. So I set it here. And then when I try to get it, is there a get? Callback from might be an issue too. I suppose it could be, yeah. Is there a data.get? No, just dereference is your getter. Okay. Ooh, they have a batch callback. We're gonna have to take a look at that tomorrow. Yeah, there's other callback types here. That could be really interesting. So this definitely sets the data to what I want it to be. It's just doing it a little bit late. But I also do wonder, like, if I did something like a thread. Let's do something crazy. Like, well, let's just wait 1 second. I wanna see whether or not, like, there's anything weird going on, like calling it right away causes a problem. Oh, it's very unhappy with that. Oh, because it's trying to do that in the front end. Oh, okay. I would need to use like glue. Oh. I wonder then if that is an issue. I wonder if it is asynchronous. And so this log here, so I bet it is inside of here. Now, can I get access to this data, use state, inside of here? So can I just do like another p tag with data dot, I guess it would just be a dereferenced data. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So the console log doesn't know how to deal with this, but when I bind this to an element, it does. So it is in there just fine. It's just the console log is one off because I'm doing this instantaneously, but it's an asynchronous thing. But because it's a front end framework and there's this little binding thing magic going on behind the scenes, I can bind it to a DOM element and take a look at what's inside there, no problem. So this is how I sort of like take a look to make sure it is exactly what I expect it to be. Now the problem here is that if I did something like copy paste you and paste in, ooh, that worked. Okay, for some reason I thought the on input wasn't catching that. Are you still yelling at me? Oh, on wrap on none. Yeah. Okay. Now the deleting it here is broken. So that's a different thing altogether. We might have to look into other things too. Like, yeah, I don't know. But at least we have this sort of like setup. So I have like the Angular one sort of tutorial magic setup here, which is I remember like that was a thing that made everybody go like, okay, I'll drop jQuery for this. All right. Well, let's go ahead and save off what we've got so far. We are not done with this by a long shot. Let's see. git add. Why didn't you grab that cargo lock? Oh, you're a commit. You're modified anyways. Let's see. Git commit am. All right. What are you? We are work in progress. Creating atomic component for text input. Okay. Lego Logic, hello. How do I avoid burnout by having a full-time plus streaming? Well, I don't stream too often, but also I don't stream generally the same technology and the same type of work that I'm doing at my day job work. So at my day job, I am a manager, and I also do like development and type stuff. And right now it's a lot of sort of like data wrangling and going through that. When I do programming, it's gonna be usually in Vue.js, Node.js, a lot of web technologies. Yeah, I'm a technical team lead or managing team lead. So I'm not just like the team lead, I'm also like a full manager. So I do because of that over here, I try to stay more on Rust side. So like, yeah, we did a whole bunch of like of web development type stuff, but that was like in my mind, it's in preparation for this part of it. So to me, it's sort of like if you go to the gym and you work out a lot on like one muscle group, and like then later on you go and you want to work out on a different muscle group. It's still the same workout. It's just not going to hurt you as much because it's different areas of your body. So this is just different areas of my brain. Now that being said, like after work, I've been doing like a lot of game playing or just like chores or other things. I try to make sure that I have a lot of fun also during the day. So it's not just like work, but that's how I try to avoid burnout. Is I try to have completely different things working on here. Plus also I'm passionate about this. Isn't Signal Day bad for you? It is. I have a standing desk at my office upstairs. So I do sit down for like an hour and a half down here, and then I go upstairs and I usually stand for like the next 6 to 7 hours. I might do a little bit of sitting here and there, but I try to get a good balance for that. So that's that. I think the worst thing right now is just double checking my posture, and then also eyes. Like I need to make sure that I'm wearing my like looking away from a screen every once in a while, because looking at a screen all day is terrible for our eyes. All right, so got you in there. I can do a git push. All right. And you're all good now. Okay. All right. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out with me. I've got to do an emergency stream shutdown again. I tend to do these during the mornings, don't I? Because I've got my stand-up coming up in less than 10 minutes. So I've got to get ready for that. And then, of course, the rest of my day, which, as I mentioned, is a lot of data wrangling with Tableau. So it's actually fun and weird at the same time. I'm not a data analyst. It's rough. So I hope that you all have a great rest of the day. I don't know if I'm going to be back in the morning, so we're still sort of like waiting to see if I'm successful at waking up on time. But if I am, it'll be the same time, around 7 a.m. Mountain Time. Otherwise, the next official stream will be on Sunday morning between 8 and 9. I will see you whenever that is. Have a great day and see you next time. Bye.